Greetings and solicitations to all, and welcome to another episode of Bayou Gold Guy. I am Bayou Gold Guy, and we're here today on a lovely spring day to get into a new bag of pay dirt I received in. So let's jump right into it and turn to the new gold epicenter of South Louisiana, our table, and see what's in the big box. So as you can see, I got in a big box that came in. I actually had to sign for this one. This is the first time I've had to sign for gold. And if you saw the mail call the other day, it was bags from Gold Nugget Sales. I got in their last bag of leaf gold that he had for sale. And the bag we're doing today, I got in Garnets and Gold, because I've used up all my gator teeth and I need to I need to replenish, and you can see there's garnets poking through there. So that is our bag of the day, and like I said, this came in. This was a $444 order altogether, so I guess that's why it was a signed for package, just for the extra security, which I really appreciate that. So let's see what we've got. Now this is from Nome, Alaska, Garnets and Gold, and Mike has a couple up there that polish garnets, and then he buys them from them. And I'd contacted him and told him, that I use these garnets a lot in my pay dirts and my vials, and if there was any way he could double up the garnets in this bag for me. And I don't think he normally does that, but he said he would do it for me, and I really appreciated that. But he said that they'd sent him some larger. He thought these were a bit larger than what he'd gotten before, had before. So they're pretty close to me, so I'm pretty happy with them. You can see there's some already coming out right there. They are a bit rounder for sure, not quite as flat, but they look pretty. At least in those that came out there. I mean, they are a little bit different, but this is the 3-gram guaranteed bag of the chunky gold. Between 8 and 10 mesh is the size of most of the gold you're going to get out of this, but it also comes with a 1-gram minimum nugget. And on the first bag I did of this was I got a 1.6 gram nugget out of it. And so when I was asking about the garnets, I asked him if I told him, I had a beautiful nugget from the first batch, but if there was a chance I might be able to get one that was a little rougher, this time, not quite, not so smooth. And he said yes, he had some less worn he had some less worn, to quote Mike, nuggets, so he would throw one of those in. So we were going to have the plus 1 gram nugget here that's less worn. That will be cool to see. So yeah, these they don't have the flatness to them. They seem to be maybe a little bit bigger than the ones I had, but still very cool. They'll still make some great gator eyes for the pay dirts. So that's a pretty good batch of garnets coming out of there, and they move like the pay dirt does. When you're trying to clean them out with the water, out of the water, they hold like the gold does. Oh, I just saw a big chunk pass through there. We need let's see here. Let's transfer our garnets to that pan. And then we'll got our bigger nugget rocks in there. But yeah, you can see there's some nice flakes of gold, chunks of gold right there. That may be our big boy, because that's a pretty nice looking chunk of gold. Check that out. Very nice. And then I see there's another chunk in here moving around. right there. That's another. Check that out. That's a beautiful. Wait, that's the one I have. There it is. That's a beautiful piece. So, all right. Well, that'll be in the. We're probably not going to have too much fine stuff in this, fine gold in this lesser stuff. But we have, like I said, this is double the garnets. We've got some sticks and twigs and things in there. But so I got my you know, the PayPal notice on it that the order had gone through, and I sent Mike a message saying, hey, you know, you need to send me the. Oh, there's another nice chunk of gold I saw passing through there. But I was like, you need to send me the, you know, the amount, because I know it's $10 basically more for garnets in the bag than the chunky bag that he sells. And yeah, we have a lot of fine dirt there. And he sent me a message back saying, don't worry about it. That's you know, I appreciate the reviews you do for my stuff, and you know, for your channel. And he was very, again, just very nice as always, and just said don't worry about it. So man, we got nice big chunks of. There's another. Or is that the same one? I think that's, yeah, that's the same one we first saw. But there's some. That feels like that's over a gram. I think that's our big boy there. But so at any rate, all right. Well, I'm going to get some water set up. We have a big pan full of garnets, and we'll see what else we can do with this. Like I said, this is 3 grams. So this bag was $221.95, and I bought it with the other bag, so it was $14.95 shipping for both of them. I think if it was just a single bag, you'd be paying like $10.95 for it. But in the bigger box, double PAYDIRT double bags, so it goes up a little bit. So, but the bag has gone up. It was $214.95 when I bought the first. The first time, not quite a year ago, and like I said, it was, when I purchased it the other day, it was at $221.95, and I looked today on it, it's gone up to $223.95. So he's had to go up on his prices on his gold, which I mean, I'm surprised he hadn't gone up on it sooner. From even from whenever, I remember when Dave at Gold Bay had gone up on his, and I was expecting Mike to follow suit, and he did not. But I mean, gold has gone up considerably, so. Yeah, it's all right. It's, you know, you pay a little bit more whenever you gotta, you know, that's what the cost of gold is. So it's we're just glad to be able to get it. I'm always very happy with all the stuff I get from Mike at Gold Nugget Sales, and it's well known for being one of the best, very best PAYDIRT companies that you can buy your gold from, and like I said, very accommodating. He always gets right back with you when you, if you have any questions or want to talk to him about an order. If you know, I've never talked to him on the phone. I've always talked to him through emails. Like I said, he's always very responsive, very quickly. So, like I said, I'm not sure. He always says whenever he does, he's even with the chunkier gold, that he will throw in some small gold just to make it, you know, get a little challenging and have you some material, so you don't have a bunch of material with no gold in it at all. So I expect there should be at least a couple of tenths worth of gold in this finer stuff. And it's very fine PAYDIRT. After doing that Miners Depot where you got so many different sizes, and it's not much really classification needed on this other than the kitchen strainer. All right, well, I need to watch my time on this recording still, so we're gonna come back to when I get it down a bit here because it's pretty standard. Alright, well, we're down to the bottom of this. I actually put a little bit more in there than I really needed to of this super fine dirt. But we've got a nice little shine of gold coming through. Well, as usual, it seems like I never remember to do this anymore. First thing, add your jet dry, especially when you're dealing with fine gold. But yeah, that's looking very nice showing up there. Nice little flakes. There's one that I've already washed all the way down. Get back up there with your brothers. But you can see there's not really any black sand clinging to it at the top there. We didn't pull out the magnet on this, but I think we can see there's really not much black sands to it. But yeah, those are some nice little flaky pieces there, and a little chunky. I mean, you can actually pick that one up. So, all right, very good. Let's go ahead and get these picked up, and we will go through a couple more of those and be back and see what we find. But, all right, okay, we're down to the bottom of another one. I have this is actually about 3 pans worth. Y'all, if y'all been watching, you know I don't usually do my stuff that way where I compound it, but since I am still, like I said, limited for data on my phone that I can record these, I went ahead and ran it down through a few of them. So this is about three pans worth. Not as much, about a half of what I did in the first the first pan that I did when I had so much material in there. But again, some nice I'm surprised those chunks that big were going through the kitchen strainer, but I guess they're pretty small. If they hit the right angle, they'll go through, shaking it through. But yeah, very pretty. But all of Gold Nugget Sales gold is always very pretty. Yeah, beautiful gold. Walk it over there to the side, away from that dirt, and take a look at those little gold nugget chunks. All right. Let's see what we have in the last pan. This is the last of our minus kitchen strainer size stuff. There were a flake or two I did see poking through, but we've gotten quite a bit of flakes out of this stuff. Let's see, the one there. I did get a speck or two of some very fine, super fine gold that was sticking to the pan on that last one, but I think that just might be actual stuff that is showing up naturally in the concentrates. When you find those little tiny, one or two of those little tiny specks, that's usually what that is. Something that big that's showing up in the pan like that, that's usually something that's been put in there. from what I've seen of these. But so all right, well that's done. We're gonna kick the Garrett over to the side and break out Dingy Doris. And we will be figuring out going through our, super zoom in there, yeah, that's not good. Nice shot of the zoom in of the water pan. But let's see if we can get a better shot of that's a little too close. Let's go through and like I said, we'll get these bigger rocks out of the way here. Wood chips. And there is again, we'll set that aside. There is our big nugget. It's a heavy dude for sure. You can see it's thick and chunky. So yeah, this crap phone just does not work like my other one did as far as getting those nice close-up shots clear. But I would suspect there's a nice, haven't seen that one yet before here. That's a nice jaggedy. Damn it, this thing sucks. But another nice, I'm not going to waste time showing blurry pictures of gold. So, all right, well, and then there's another nice, looks like most of our weight is going to be in these bigger chunks here. That's well over, those go beyond the 8 to 10 mesh, I would say. Get a little bit of a shot of them there, but all right, well, what else is in here? I haven't really seen any small chunky pieces at all. So I mean, it'd be kind of, there's some cool. That's a nice long oblong. that's a big garnet. These are definitely big, rounder garnets than the other bag. I still think as long as they'll fit in the little display tubes for some gator eyes, I think they'll still be good. So, all right, oh nope, I just saw another one flash by there. There's a little smaller bit of a chunky piece, but yeah. So, all right, well, let me get the water. We'll go through these and see what else is in here. Now let's just see how these are going to roll here. There are just a ton of organics in this stuff. You can see it's got, yeah, I thought it'd be easier to pick them out of the white pan, and because these are round, so they're going to want to roll a lot. What do we want to do with these? I guess we can break them off like that into our bowl. Just separate the rocks out as they go like that. And then any gold or odd things that aren't garnets should be trapped. Very cool, man. I love the garnets. I'm thinking we're gonna put a batch of these in the tumbler and see if we can polish them up even more than they're already polished, like with the fine, use the fine grit on them. or not the fine grit, but the polishing, pre-polish and polished grits, and then the soap burnish to see if we get. And we got no gold. We got a little bit of sand in there, but no gold. So I'm going to go through and do more of those like that, and we will come back. I'll show whenever I hit some gold in there. This is my, I guess, third pan of cleaning out garnets, and I hit you can see right there, we have hit our piece of gold. Another nice blurry, goddamn blurry piece, but a pretty little chunker of gold. Heard it go in the pan. So again, that's what I'm doing, is just washing down like this, and you can see the little rocks will collect on the other side and underneath them, and then they'll wash out. Carry those out. You might lose a garnet or two once they're up to the edge where they'll wash away, like that when the garnet just plopped out, but you got out a bunch of little rocks. And then, like I said, just keep washing them around like you would gold material, and then scrape out the garnets that are on the edge that are clean, and keep doing that. So, all right, we still got a pretty good amount. There's some of the grit down in the bottom there that may be holding some smaller gold in it too. So, all right. All right, I've gone through everything except for this is the last. And you can see it's got a lot more. This is our grit and stuff in the bottom. So, we're going to do this one and see if we've got any gold hiding in this last bit here. Pour off all that floating crap out of the way. Lots of organics in this. So, yeah, this has got a lot less garnet, the most grit and material like that of anything I've done so far. So it all was settled down at the very bottom. You can see from the pan, this is all the plus 20 plus kitchen strainer size material right here. So it's not much at all. The bulk it's all that below kitchen strainer fine stuff, like we're going through the first part. But yeah, it's crazy how those garnets let that stuff flow around them like gold does. They're heavier and denser than most any other material. I think I see a little flake of gold showing up there. I would think we would, just because there's so much of this in the bottom. But yeah, and whenever you do have a garnet actually wash out, you hear it tink on the pan because it is heavier and, like I said, denser. You hear it plunk. So I've missed no garnets in the wash. But yeah, these are definitely different than the first batch. I'll leave a link if I can't put up an end screen for the first golden garnets video. That's the one that I did with John Wayne guarding my gold, and old pedo Joe with his hand out try to steal my golden gems. But you hear this. I don't know if you just heard that little plunk right then whenever that one right there dropped out, but you hear that dink. It's very distinct. But yeah, we got us a little chunk of gold there showing up. At least one. You can see that those garnets do not want to wash away. But it's a picker. We can pick it up. So it will tink into the pan. And that will do it for our... I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of these cleaned out. So I have pretty clean garnets, and we'll check out the snuffer. Well. I went through the tailings, all the fine stuff. I found 3 weightless micro specks out of all that fine material, so that's pretty good. I'm very happy about that. We got through this efficiently. Let's look at our fine gold here now. Make sure we get everything rinsed. All right. So there we have. I don't know if I can get the bubbles out of the way. Man, this phone sucks. I hate this thing. I gotta get a new phone here. But yeah, there's our little flakes. And then there's our gold in the pan, including that big nugget. So get this dried up and we'll get a weight on it and see what we... Oh, and then don't forget a giant container full of garnets. So we will check these out too. So very cool. All right, we'll be back. Okay, we have our pan of dried gold and some nice pieces there that came out of this bag. Looks like that one's got a little bit of quartz on it. And then there's that, where's our big, oh, it slid down. Our big nugget. Very cool. So let's zoom out a bit. Scale is set and tested. So let's see. That nugget weighs very nice. 1.677, Very nice. Let's see what our other big pieces here weigh. That chunk there, half a gram, 5.537. Over a half a gram on that one. And then our cool odd shaped piece, again just barely under a half a gram, 0.482. Very nice pieces. Let's see, let's try these, one of these, the last bigger chunk there, a little over 15. So very nice. But yeah, that nugget there, 1.676. So yeah, these add up to a lot of it. And then we got a piece in here that's rounded off. You can see it rolls. It's some kind of a little barrel shape, rounded out piece that got rolled and curled up. A flat piece that kind of got curled up, from what I could tell of it. Usually I do this with the paper, but we don't have enough fine gold to worry about it. So there we have, very nice, 147, 148 grams. Very nice. And then we've got our 2 pounds. I weighed these up just to see, and yeah, a little over 2 pounds of garnets. And like I said, you can see they're a little, they've got I think if I put them in my tumbler and ran them, that I might get a little better shine and polish on them, because they're already polished, but they haven't been like burnished, the stage that gives them that last kind of, they have that cloudiness, and little, you can see the white sparkles on them, whatever. But we can see what those, it'd be cool to see, to try it out in the old tumbler with that. So I'll be right back. All right, we're in the zoom in here. That is the half gram chunk. But you see the little round red nodule in the crevice there? That's, I don't know if that's something that's embedded in the gold or not, but I thought that was pretty cool. I was zoomed in to see that, but I'm zoomed in really macro close on here. That, oh no, that, yeah, that is the, yeah, I thought that was that's the 1 gram, 1.6 gram piece. There's our half-gram piece there with the quartz. That's got a little bit of quartz in it. But yeah, that big nugget there. Actually, I got a pretty good zoom-in close shot for it. And I'm just terrible with handling the tweezers. But it is a very cool looking piece of gold there. And then we've got our, let's get over here, and our little cluster here. There's our piece that's got the little horseshoe type shape to it. And then there's where's that round piece that was rolling around? Oh, there it is right there. That's the little cylinder that was rolling around on the, and you can see where it's a piece of gold that's been kind of rolled up. So beautiful stuff. And there's a little bit of fine stuff in there. So yeah, the day I bought this stuff, which was I guess a little less than a month ago or so, it was gold was at $19.23.37 an ounce, and with 3.14, basically it was 147 grams, came out to $195 gold value on this stuff, which is an 88% ROI, almost 89% ROI, and yeah, and actually for the gold now is at like whatever is 1997, I think, or 1979 or something like that. It's up about $50 from what it was when I bought this. So it's even, you know, the value has increased since I got this stuff. So, but very cool. And then we've got our huge, like I said, pile of nuggets of garnets, my new GATOR eyes. And even with my 18-volt light under it, you can see it does not penetrate these. These things are so dense. Even when I have to thin them out on a big glass lid, and it's daylight. There's nowhere in the dark in my house I can get during the day. But I mean, you can see though they do have a nice molten look to them. Not as cool as in the dark, but still very. Oh, there's a couple of them hit the floor. They roll. These are a lot rounder, and they roll a lot more. But yeah, very, very cool. And one last thing, now that I've gotten my second bag of this stuff, this is my first nugget that I had from Mike on this guaranteed 1 gram minimum nugget. And as you can see, that this one was a 1.6. I think it was just a couple of hundredths off from the last one I just got. But there's the bottom one's bigger because it's actually chunkier. You know, there you can see it's a lot fatter. But very, very cool to have right there 3 grams of gold basically in those over 3 grams in those 2 little pieces there. Well, here, let's just turn on for fun here, since I'm just burning video time anyway. Don't have. Oh, let's do it this way, and we'll look at the 1.61 on that one compared to the 1.67 on that one. And together 3.289. So again, that's very, very cool. Those are going to be going into the display. So that's what I use right here. Is I've got my display. There's my last nugget that I got from the lights on the camera here. The one I got from Vendetta on the guaranteed 1 nugget jar, and then the 5 gram, almost 5 gram nugget that I got in my Build-A-Bag. That always, to me, looks like a woman sitting with her arms across her lap. I don't know. Do y'all see that? I had a buddy that saw the same thing. But yeah, that's it. But yeah, it makes a very cool display box to put your put your stuff in, and it has that nice suspended in air look. You get these from Fossil Era, and I'd seen that on Bayou Carolina Gold Girls channel in the background, and just called up looking for. She never said what they were, but I just looked for them online, and they came up. So very cool. So I just wanted to show that. But yeah, so I have two great, beautiful pieces of gold from Gold Nugget Sales now, from getting those. And you can, like I said, you can get the chunky gold bag without the garnets in it for about $10 less if you don't want to have a bunch of garnets and just have the gold. Well, all right. I think that will wrap up this episode of Bayou Gold Guy. I am Bayou Gold Guy, and I thank you all so much for joining me here today. And thank you to Mike again from Gold Nugget Sales for this great gold. And I'm, like I said, I'm just really pleased with what we got out of this. I'm glad to have more GATOR eyes for my gold pay dirts and my giveaway vials and things like that. So thank you for watching, for all the comments and the subscriptions. If you haven't hit it, please hit that subscribe button and that like button there if you would. That helps the channel immensely. And till the next time, then, this is Bayou Gold Guy saying peace out, my friends.